surprise! Your armor looks so good in the dust clouds. Hey, is that a new cannon?
You can exchange numbers after the fight, Casanova.
Right. Samus Aran, in the name of Lady Palutena, I, Pit, servant of the goddess and protector of all that is good. I guess not all that is good. I can't stand vegetables, and Lady Palutena says those are good for me, but Pitu just says that's Big Veggie trying to spread its propaganda, so I guess it's up to interpretation. In any case, I, Pit, challenge you to a fight. Oh, hey, oh wait! Pitu has that taken care of. I'm your opponent, remember? Verity? I don't think she's listening. Maybe I can fight someone else from Metroid. Is Ridley taken yet?
Keep trying, Pit. If nothing else, you'll probably annoy her into fighting.
Verity? I think she's annoyed.
Great! I'll get popcorn!
Yeah. Alrighty then, let's turn up the heat.
Amazon Music, incluido con Prime.
It's too cramped, I can't fly in here.
She's narrowing down your options, but you should be alright as long as you don't lose sight of her.
This is over. Go home.
No, it's not. As long as people are counting on me, as long as I still breathe, I won't give up. I won't give up! I need the sacred treasures.
Are you crazy? Get out of there while you still can!
I'm not running, and that won't keep her down long. This is our only shot.
Your wings are damaged, and we already used the power of flight. If the Pegasus...
I know what will happen, but they will hold out. They have to. Palutena's counting on me. I can do this. Now, this is over. Please give up.
gonna be alright, Pit. You did your best.
Oh, I love that animation so much. Big thanks to Cheetomon YT for helping us throw this together, and to Air Caves on the writing team for this being their first full script they wrote by themselves. Now, on my community tab, this was a pretty clear-cut vote for Samus, and while she did take it in the end, I'm not exaggerating when I say that this fight caused the single most back and forth debate that we've ever had as a research team. What it ultimately came down to was a battle of stats versus abilities. Samus took the advantage over Pit in most every single stat category, although who has the higher degree of combat intelligence is debatable. That said, while Samus was a powerhouse with a decent amount of versatility, Pit had some less power and speed but had far deadlier options at his disposal. Samus was able to dish out and take a serious hit, whether that's blowing up enemies or surviving a nuclear explosion, and her durability was high enough that even when one-shotting an exact clone of himself, Pit would never be able to hurt her through conventional means. That said, he didn't really have to hurt her to win. If we assume that he led with an optimal winning strategy, all Pit would really need to do is hit her a single time with an instant kill ability or transmutation ability. That would basically guarantee him a win every single time a shot connected. But all Samus needed to do was hit him twice for each life that his revives gave him, or just shoot him once ever with the Dark Burst to remove him from the battle. And this dynamic is made all the more dangerous for Pit when Samus can combine her lethal charge shots with the ability to shoot them rapid fire while maintaining near constant intangibility. While Pit's arrows traveling at light speed would be incredibly hard to deal with, the speed at which he could maneuver his body around to fire those arrows was considerably lower, at 700 times the speed of sound. And while this number is impressive, it also pales in comparison to the speeds that we see Samus pulling when she jumped out of that ship at her maximum speed for a surprise attack. In order to run to the back of the ship and still have time to fire, she would need to be running nearly 22,000 times the speed of sound. And when this is given a 30% speed increase from her Varia suit, and access to a 50% time slowdown, that gave Samus an effective combat speed of nearly 57,000 times the speed of sound. That is more than enough to reliably dodge the aim of Pit's weapons. But even if it wasn't, we should take into account Samus's countersense. On average, this gives her around a third of a second's notice before an attack is fired. Pit can shoot his arrows about 90 meters, but in that third of a second, Samus would be able to blitz over 4,000 miles, which that's more than 90 meters. Now, Pit does have some options to mitigate this risk, such as abilities that allow him to automatically dodge attacks or use otherwise lethal damage to heal instead of dying. But as we said, if he was proving difficult to take out, Samus always just had the option of using her Dark Burst to pull him from battle and stick him in another dimension. That didn't mean that there was no risk to her though. Like I said, we kept going back and forth as a team because all it would take is one single attack or one single touch of his heart to force Samus to spend the rest of her life as a mallet or a tempura shrimp. And Pit had 8 extra lives on top of that to formulate the strategy. So it all came down to whether or not he'd be able to land an attack against someone who's so much faster than him and knows when his attacks are coming and specializes in avoiding attacks and launching a counterattack of her own at the same time. Now, depending on what strategy the fighters open with, this is a fight that could honestly go either way. But with Samus's overwhelming stats, we believe that she'd be able to get past Pit's options more often than not and take him out of the fight. So at the end of the day, Samus Aran is the winner and will be moving on to the next round of the Smash Bracket. Next time on the Smash Bracket.